Hey guys, welcome back to the second video on how to make the snake game in Java. So in the first video we talked about how we could make a window, and on top of that window we could add a canvas like material where in that canvas we could draw a rectangle and we could add an image where the canvas is nothing but your JPanel and your window is nothing but your JFrame. Okay. One small mistake I'm noticing over here is we're able to resize the window. Why this is like not why this is frowned upon is like the game doesn't look nice. Like the game when you're having the display here and when the game is only being played over here, it doesn't look nice to have this extra chunk of space. So to fix this, this set resizable has to be false, not true over here. So if I run it again, as we can see, I don't have control of the window. So yeah, that was a small error. Now coming back, now we're gonna try to display the snake, and we're gonna try to display the snake while it's moving as well. So we have to make sure it does both of this thing. It has to display the snake as well as its moving positions. So to be able to do that, we're gonna first make a couple of image variables, image icon variables. So first we're gonna make right head, and we're gonna make 4 of this. Now why it's called right head is because when your snake is moving, right, when your snake is moving, it is showing a right the snake is, its head is facing towards the right. When it's going down, the snake's head is facing towards the down, right? So likewise we need for all 4 directions. So we're gonna put left, we're gonna put up over here, and we're gonna put down. We're also gonna have 4 boolean variables where it recognizes whether your key pressed is right, up, left, or down. So we're gonna have it by default set to false, and we're gonna do the same for all the 4 arrow keys. Left, down, and then up. Okay. Next, we're gonna have 2 array variables. We're gonna have 2 arrays where one records your X position of the snake. So let's make it of size 1000. Another one's gonna record your Y position of the snake's body, right? Okay, next I'm going to create my snake's length. By default, let's keep the snake's length as 3. And yeah, so let's get started on making our snake. So first I'm gonna make a loop over here. I'll get back to why I'm making the loop in a second. First I'm gonna make a loop for int I equals to 0, I less than snake length, and I plus plus. I'm gonna have a condition if my I equals to 0 and the right arrow key or the right boolean is true, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my right head image and instantiate. Okay, and I'm gonna paint it onto my graphics. And I'm going to put the parameters this, the graphics, and I'm going to give it the position, basically the X position of I and Y position of Y. So what's exactly happening here is I'm gonna iterate over my snake. So if my snake kind of looks like this, I'm gonna iterate over its length starting from 0, basically the index of its head, and I'm gonna draw the image of all of its body parts. Okay, and why I've done right over here is, see, if the snake is facing right, we need to display the right image of the snake's right head, right? So yeah, so I'll do the same for all the other 4 different directions. And to organize your code again, it's the shortcut is Control Shift F. So yeah, let's make this left. Let's say left head. Let's say left head. Say down. And let's say up. Okay, so these are all for my first iteration of the snake's body, nothing but the snake's head. Now I gotta make I gotta display the snake's body, right? So if a doesn't equal 0, then you're gonna print the snake's body. Now I have to I gotta make one more variable over here, private image icon snake body. Okay, now snake body equals to new icon, sorry, new image icon snake body dot png. Now snake body dot paint, that's dot graphics x position of I, y position of I. So this is I don't know why it came. Okay, so this is basically iterating over the snake and displaying all of its body parts. And this will also work when the snake is moving. So it will only read the position of its body. So this would work when one of these right, left, down or up is true, but by default in our starting position they're all false, right? So we got to make another condition for when the game just started. So we'll have another variable over here, private int let's say moves, number of moves, and let's say by default it's 0. And before this for loop, let's say if number of moves equals to 0, we can say snake's length again is 3 itself. We could say that let's start out with the right head, because in the starting the snake's gonna be facing, we want the snake facing like this, right? So let's start out with printing the right head, and later in this for loop the body will be printed over here. So we need to specifically define a predetermined position of x, position of index 0, 1 and 2. Since our snake's length is 3, right? We need to define, let's say if this is snake, I'm drawing another snake. Since the length is 3, we need to define this x and y position, this x and y position, this x and y position. So let's explicitly declare that over here only. Let's say this is 50. $75, $100, and this is index 1 and 0. So this is for these two body parts, and this is for the head. And let's copy the same for Y position. 100, 100. So what this is doing is it's basically giving a predetermined position of the snake. So at this position, it's at this index it's at 50, at this index it's at 75, at this index it's at 100 for the X position, and for Y position I've given it all the same, because if we see right here, we want it to be straight, right? If it's straight with respect to the Y-axis, then it's the same value. So I've kept it as 100. Okay, and let's run this and see if our snake is printed. Okay, our snake's head is over here, but our body is looking correct. So, oh, let's see, our X position here is 100 and our Y position here is 100. Why is our head showing over here? Okay, I think I got the issue. So as we can see here, we have painted our right head before we have declared our X position 0 over here. So what we should do here is take this line out and put it over here. So after you declare the X position, you can paint the right head. So let's rerun this, and as we can see, we got a snake. Now in the next video, we're going to be coding where if you click on your arrow keys, the snake's going to move, and if we're going to also implement food, where food appears randomly on the screen, and if the snake eats the food, the snake increases. So stay tuned for the next video, guys.